Hello everyone. Yeah, it's a what if. Do you like it? I know I said some of the videos are going to be a lot more advanced, but some of them are not. So without further ado, roll the intro.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
So guys, this is going to be a story about what if quote unquote I was in Naruto, aka what if my Shinobi Striker character was canon. Now, I didn't make really enough lore for my Shinobi Striker character or any of my, fan-made characters in any, Naruto games. I almost said Naruto and Dragon Ball games. But I did actually create some lore for my Xenoverse character, so if you want to see what my Xenoverse character was in in Dragon Ball was canon, basically just like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's just get into the what if. My character's parents will be high-ranking jonin from their respective clan, Hyuga Uchihas. They would instantly fall in love once they seen each other. They know their clans would not allow this type of marriage and crossbreeding, so they would eventually run away together. The Leaf would hear about this, and they would be forced to take action and to take out their parents, take out the kid, basically two people, because it's not this could be serious consequences, and they could lose both of them. The Hokage could lose more and more villagers. The Hokage sends a special match Jonin with white spiky hair to go take care of it. Kakashi would arrive at the house and eventually find those two people there, and he would attack them. He would murder them both in cold blood and leave them. Leave them. Without knowing, they left a 5-year-old child to witness the whole events, and the kid activating his Sharingan for the first time, but not knowing it. The kid will walk to his parents' dead bodies and cry for a while. You know, when I say a while, he's been crying for about 3 hours. He would eventually leave his old home, grab one of his dad's old kunai, and take it and walk away. He also take his dad's headband, which has been destroyed. His mom's headband has been crushed, broken, and slashed from the fight that ensued. He would walk out the village, he would walk out his safety of his home, put on a mask, and walk away. His walking would lead him to encounter the village of hitting in the rain. He would be so hungry, he would eventually be forced to steal people's food and stuff, but he couldn't find anything. He would find a robe that was by a grave site, and he read the grave site. Rest in peace, Yahiko. He would take the cloak from the grave and put it over his head and run away. He would eventually encounter a mysterious he would encounter a nice steaming hot bowl of food, and he would take a bowl of food, some bread, and something to drink. He would drink the drink and find out that it's sake, and he would throw it up. Well, he would just spit it out and pour it onto the ground. He would eventually eat his food and eat everything else, and eventually leave the village once again. And I know you guys are thinking, how does he gets in and out of the village, and Jiraiya barely could do that in the original timeline. Pain would not be worried about people going into the village right about now, because he really doesn't really care right about now, because his plans hasn't been put into action just quite yet. He would leave the village and wander once again, eventually running into a short little village that teaches ninjutsu training, and it's actually not a great nation. It's a little nation though. He would put his headband in his pocket so nobody knows he's from the Leaf, and he would walk around. He would go into the getting exam. He would run into everybody else and join the academy and become an orphan, and he would basically live his life normally. People would ask him what's wrong with his white eye, and people say he actually was blind in that eye. People ask him what clan is he from, and he says he doesn't know his clan. His family was slaughtered long ago, and they would believe him. A lot of his friends and stuff he would live most of his life in this village until this village was slaughtered by Leaf Shinobi. He would wonder why the Leaf is doing this to him, especially as he got new friends and a nice step family. But eventually, he would be murdered. He would punch the ground in rage and scream out. The Jonin would try to attack him, but instinctively he would force his palm out, and an air palm would come out, almost killing the Jonin, which he not knowing. My character I would run out the house and leave the village once again. Cutting back to Naruto's and Sasuke's POV. This, by the way, their time skip has happened, and they're 13. This happened when my character was 13, the same age as Naruto. His birthday was the same day as Naruto's. Naruto and Sasuke get on a getting team and did a bell test, and the same thing happens. Kakashi would be constantly thinking about that poor family he had to slay and regretting slaying them at all. But Kakashi pushes that burden into the back of his mind, and he is more distant and colder in this canon since he was forced to wipe out an innocent family. Eventually, this boy would arrive at Konoha gates, thinking that he's strong enough to beat Kakashi. It would be in the middle of nighttime. Sensory Ninja would be asleep, but not thinking that there would be other people, and most importantly, in this village. Sorry if you guys hear background noise. My brother is watching YouTube. Now, most importantly, that he would learn of his family's sudden absence from this world. What am I saying? He would run as fast as he can, using his Burakugan that he unlocked, looking for Kakashi. He would not find Kakashi, but he would find an orphan sleeping on his bed. He would look through the window and see it's an Uchiha boy named Sasuke. Well, he would just see an Uchiha boy in there, and then Uchiha destroyed the Uchiha hideout. He would look at him and then run away. Then he would eventually find Kakashi at the training field, staring at space. The kid would appear in front of him. His figure would be completely blacked out. Kakashi seeing this figure, thinking it's Naruto or Sasuke. He tells them what are they doing, so they need to go to sleep because they have a mission tomorrow. Before he says anything, the figure that Kakashi doesn't know starts attacking him, and actually he has Chunin level taijutsu from learning from the other village, being in a ninja academy since 5. He would be seriously outclassed here, but Kakashi forcing him to put his book away, and he would start clashing with the kid. He'll pull out his kunai that looks familiar to him, but before Kakashi knows who kunai this is, he realizes they had a kid. They had to. And he realizes this might be their kid, and he starts fighting. He starts attacking. He slowly starts backing off of him and tries not to fight. But my character insists, fight me. You took everything. And now you don't want to fight. What happened to all that mercy when you were killing my parents? Before Kakashi can mutter a word, his Sharingan will glow from intense rage, sadness, and hatred. he would jump up and start clashing once again, and eventually he would do jutsus and weave hand seals and shoot a fireball out of his mouth. Kakashi, though, this technique is powerful. He does his counters with his Chidori. Before he could say anything, the kid was behind him and hit him with a kick to the back, and he would notice how that kid get behind him. Kakashi would stop himself from flying too far back. Before he can, he gets hit in the back once again, and by another one. He wonders what's going on, and he says he learned this jutsu from basically training, called clone jutsu. This is like a shadow clone type jutsu, but it's a little bit more advanced and a little bit more better. They fight for a little bit, and eventually this kid starts copying Kakashi's moves over and over again. Kakashi will keep trying to hold him off until somebody can do something, but Kakashi activates his Sharingan and blitzes towards him. He attacks him, and then he gets tied up on a post. Him seeing one of his Sharingan, he instantly thinks what he thinks the worst. He screams that he took his father's Sharingan and he's gonna pay for that. He's gonna rip him limb from limb. But Kakashi looks at the kid, seeing him filled with hatred. Kid, I didn't want to kill your parents. I had to. They were treasoning against the leaf, and it was my job. I just had to take them out. I'm so sorry. You sorry for what? My pain, my suffering, my entire life. Why did you do it? Why did you kill them? It's simple. Why wouldn't I? It's my job, right? As a shinobi to take innocent lives. Kakashi would tell him the full. Kakashi would tell my character the full story. My character would look shocked, and he will be filled with anger still. Let's go kill the third Hokage then. He tells him that he can't, and even if he can train to get stronger to kill him, but likely old age is gonna get there before he does. He'll be filled with anger, but he will realize that he has to turn himself in. Kakashi would knock him out and turn him in. And he would be chained up in a jail cell, and Hiruzen would visit him and talk to him, actually. He tells him that he can train with the Hyugas. The Hyugas would be glad to take him in. After all, that was your father's clan. When he hears this, he looks shocked. The Hyugas? They would take me in? He would smile and say, really? My actual family? My actual family members will take me in? He would take off the mask for once in many years and smile. My journey begins, doesn't it?